Stop. Before you leave your traditional IRA untouched for another year, believing tax deferral is always the smartest strategy, I need you to understand what happened to Richard. Richard was 68 years old, retired for 3 years, and sitting on $720,000 inside a traditional IRA he had carefully built over 41 years of working as a civil engineer. He was proud of that number. His financial advisor told him consistently that the account was performing well and that he should let it keep growing tax-deferred as long as possible. Richard trusted that advice completely. He kept the money sitting untouched. He drew his living expenses from a small pension and Social Security instead, and then age 73 arrived. The IRS sent its first required minimum distribution calculation. Richard was required to withdraw approximately $28,000 from his traditional IRA in that first year alone, whether he needed the money or not. That withdrawal pushed his total income high enough to trigger 85% Social Security taxation. It pushed him across the Medicare IRMA threshold, raising his healthcare premiums by $800 per month. And because his IRA had continued growing during those 5 years he left it untouched, his required minimum distributions were projected to increase every single year afterward. By the time Richard fully understood what was happening, the conversion window had largely closed because you generally cannot do Roth conversions from amounts subject to required minimum distributions in the same year. Richard was trapped inside a system he never saw coming. Over the remaining years of his retirement, his accountant estimated the unnecessary tax exposure from poor timing would cost Richard and his heirs somewhere between $180,000 and $240,000 in avoidable taxation. Not because Richard was careless, not because he ignored his finances, but because nobody showed him the conversion window before it closed. This is the retirement planning mistake that separates protected retirees from retirees who pay the IRS far more than they ever needed to. And right now, if you have traditional IRA or 401k balances, and you have not yet reached age 73, you may still have access to one of the most powerful legal tax reduction strategies available to American retirees, the strategic Roth conversion. Here is the core mechanic most financial advisors never explain clearly enough. Every dollar sitting inside a traditional IRA, or 401k, represents a future tax liability. The IRS has a permanent claim on that money. You have simply not paid the bill yet, and the longer those balances grow, the larger that future tax bill becomes. Now here is what makes this dangerous beyond the obvious. After age 73, required minimum distributions begin forcing taxable withdrawals annually based on IRS life expectancy tables. Those forced withdrawals stack directly on top of Social Security income, pension income, investment income, and any other retirement revenue. The combination can push moderate retirees into surprisingly high effective tax rates without a single voluntary decision on their part. And once RMDs begin, the conversion flexibility shrinks dramatically because IRS rules generally require RMDs to be satisfied before any remaining balance can be converted in a given year. This is the window Richard missed. The years between retirement and age 73 represent what many tax specialists now describe as the golden conversion corridor. During this period, many retirees experience their lowest taxable income years of their entire adult life. They are no longer earning employment income. Social Security may not have started yet, or may be partially delayed. Required minimum distributions have not begun. This creates a rare opportunity to convert traditional retirement money into Roth accounts at potentially the lowest tax rates a retiree will face for the rest of their life. The math behind this is stunning when you run the full numbers. A retiree converting $50,000 per year from a traditional IRA into a Roth IRA during 5 bridge years between ages 65 and 70 may pay an effective tax rate of approximately 22% on each conversion, totaling roughly $55,000 in total conversion taxes over that period. But those same dollars inside a Roth account then grow completely tax-free and are never subject to required minimum distributions during the owner's lifetime. The heirs who eventually inherit Roth accounts generally face a much more favorable tax situation compared to inheriting large traditional IRA balances subject to compressed 10-year distribution rules under current Secure Act regulations. So what does a properly structured Roth conversion strategy actually look like in practice, and how do you avoid the conversion mistakes that cost most retirees thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes along the way? Step 1 is calculating your current tax bracket ceiling precisely. Most retirees converting traditional IRA money want to fill their current tax bracket without crossing into the next higher bracket. For example, if your taxable income including Social Security, pension, and investment income sits at $60,000 in a given year, and the 22% bracket ceiling for married filing jointly is approximately $94,000, you may have room to convert approximately $34,000 in that single year while staying entirely within your current bracket. This precision matters enormously because crossing bracket thresholds accidentally can dramatically reduce the efficiency of each conversion dollar. Step 2 involves calculating your Medicare IRMA thresholds simultaneously because Roth conversions increase modified adjusted gross income, which Medicare uses to calculate premium surcharges 2 years later. A conversion that pushes income above RMA thresholds may trigger $800 to $2,000 in additional annual Medicare costs per person, which can significantly reduce the net benefit of the conversion itself. Coordinating conversion amounts carefully around both tax brackets and RMA thresholds is one of the most critical and most commonly missed pieces of advanced conversion planning. Step 3 involves coordinating your conversion timeline with Social Security claiming decisions. If you are delaying Social Security to age 70 to maximize your permanent benefit, those pre-Social Security years may represent your lowest income window and your best conversion opportunity simultaneously. Many retirees who delay Social Security from 62 to 70 while living from IRA withdrawals and strategic conversions accomplish two powerful goals at once. They reduce future traditional IRA balances while building toward the maximum Social Security benefit, creating a retirement income structure that is significantly more tax efficient for decades afterward. Step 4 involves reviewing your beneficiary situation honestly. Under current Secure Act rules, many non-spouse beneficiaries must fully distribute inherited traditional IRA balances within 10 years of the original owner's death. For adult children already earning strong incomes during their own peak career years, inheriting a large traditional IRA can create substantial tax pressure as forced distributions stack on top of existing employment income. By contrast, inherited Roth accounts generally allow tax-free distributions to heirs and may provide significantly more flexibility during the distribution period. Converting traditional balances during your lifetime may directly protect your children from a compressed inheritance tax problem they will not fully understand until it is already affecting them. Now, here is where most people mess this strategy up in ways that become expensive very quickly. The most common mistake is converting too aggressively in a single year without calculating Medicare RMI consequences 2 years forward. Many retirees see their low-income window and convert enormous amounts in one calendar year, then discover their Medicare premiums spike dramatically 2 years later, partially erasing the tax savings they thought they captured. The second common mistake is ignoring state taxes entirely. Some states tax Roth conversions as ordinary income during the conversion year, which changes the net efficiency calculation significantly for retirees in high state tax jurisdictions. The third mistake is waiting until age 72 or beyond to begin conversions, leaving only 1 or 2 years of conversion opportunity before required minimum distributions close the primary window. The retirees who execute this strategy most effectively are the ones who begin 5 to 8 years before age 73 with a clear annual conversion plan coordinated across tax brackets, Medicare thresholds, Social Security timing, and estate planning goals simultaneously. This is not a one-time decision. It is a multi-year coordinated strategy that builds tax-free wealth systematically while reducing future forced taxation permanently. If you have not yet reviewed your traditional IRA balance against a Roth conversion projection, now may be the single most financially important week you spend on retirement planning this year, because the 2026 tax environment may make this window more valuable than it has been in years. Share this video with anyone you know who has significant traditional retirement account balances and has never had this conversion conversation explained clearly, because this single strategy may protect more of their lifetime wealth than any other retirement decision they ever make. In our next video, we reveal the complete coordination blueprint showing exactly how one couple combined Roth conversions, Social Security delay, and Medicare threshold management to save $210,000 in lifetime taxes, and we show every number transparently so you can apply the same framework to your own retirement situation. Okay.